everyone, greetings from National Skills Network. This is Madhuri, and as you would have seen on our YouTube channel, we occasionally feature expert talks on various topics that are affecting the industry and the education in a very positive way. In fact, I should say topics that are actually disrupting, which connect with technology. So in this series, today we are going to look at artificial intelligence and how this big disruptor has taken the world by storm, especially with Chat GPT and other things which make news every day. So we have with us today Mr. Laurent Chebassier, who's the International Development Director of AIvancity. Welcome to this talk, Monsieur Laurent.
Thank you very much.
Let me get started by asking you about the impact of AI in the logistics industry, because this is an industry example which I thought would interest some of us. So perhaps you can get started by telling us more about it.
Well, first of all, a quick introduction about artificial intelligence. Yeah. Now everybody knows about AI thanks to ChatGPT, as you have named, that has been launched end of 22, and in less than 3 months, ChatGPT has been able to reach 100 million users, which needed 4 years for Google to reach that numbers, and 10 years to Netflix. So that gives you an idea of how fast ChatGPT has gained market share and has really completely changed our view of this activity. Nevertheless, AI is not such a new technology. It has appeared in the middle of the 20th century, in exactly 1956, where it was the first time that AI has been named by the experts during the Dartmouth conference. So there have been lots of ups and downs, and now everybody is kind of trying to discover that AI is there and that we need to do something out of it. But the reality is that today in our iPhone or any smartphones, it just works thanks to AI, on YouTube, on your Apple Music or whatever. Everything is run by AI. And today AI is really run and managed and understood by the big GAFAM and those technology company. Now things have to change, because AI, and this is my true belief, is changing the world, and all industry, all players should use it. And when we were preparing this talk, you were asking me, what about the AI in logistic industry, and how is this industry is prepared for, in particular through education and training? And actually, my thinking is that they're not really ready. And the thing, and what I've realized is that, and it's not the case only of the logistic industry, it's the logic of most industries, is that they are not prepared. They have not really considered how to introduce AI in their field, how to train their existing staff and the new young men and women that would get into it. Why that? It's because today the offer in teaching AI is rather poor, and it's only put in one very small angle of the scientific school, of the engineer school. And if you want to do AI, you have to go there and have a generalist training. So today, and that's really why I was very honored to be invited yesterday to that convention by LSC and by Ravi, is that, thanks God, now someone from an industry is realizing that we need to do something specifically for the industry to level it where it should be in this new technology. Because today, all the tech company, they are ready. All the other company, all the specialized company, all the specialized industries are not ready. And I really appreciated the fact that Ravi asked me to come and said to me, please talk about AI, because we need to build something for our industry which is not ready.
It would be nice to get an example from you to, help us learn in a simple way how this adoption can get integrated into the day-to-day affairs of the industry. It could be warehousing, it could be supply chain, or any of the main aspects of the industry.
Uh, I will take the example, of course, of Amazon, who's
Okay.
at first a tech company. They use AI in their organization on two fields. First, automation, and second, prediction.
Hmm.
What do we mean by automation? Automation means that AI can replace any repetitive, without value added impact activity and also jobs. So at in Amazon and companies specifically Amazon, they use AI, and in particular on robotics. So there are little robots everywhere that replace men's and women, and that's the first impact and usage of AI in logistics. The second one is prediction.
Hmm.
Thanks to all the data that they have gathered in order to save time, Amazon is preparing orders without having the orders. It means that they have had, like, for example, these specific products order 5 times in 5 hours. They know that this product will be ordered by someone else. So they start preparing this product, and then at the end of the line, they just put the label of the direction where to send it. It's thanks to this approach, they are saving a big amount of time and also optimization in their logistic organization. So that's two examples of how to use AI, which is really in the heart of AI, which is automation on one side and prediction on the other side, which will be definitely how the logistic industry will use AI.
Okay. Perhaps this is the reason why when we order something from Amazon, it gets delivered so very efficiently,
Exactly,
right? When we
exactly.
compare to other platforms. So this must be the robust system which they have created. But as a result of this, some jobs would have been lost and some would have been created newly, isn't it, in that particular setup?
Yes, we know. We know that AI will
Yeah.
destroy millions of jobs. That's the reality. But they will also create millions of jobs as well.
Yeah.
Today, at this stage, we don't know if they will create more jobs than they will destroy. It's difficult to tell. But that's why it's important for all the industries to get prepared and anticipate and have AI in their tool and train themselves, their staff for and recruit some experts in AI to be part of the game.
That's very interesting. You gave us the context and related it to the logistics industry. So, how do we take this up, and prepare the workforce? Because that's what you mentioned. Let's say, for example, does it need upskilling, or does it need a kind of training program so that they are able to apply artificial intelligence for designing solutions for the industry?
Of
Yeah.
course, they are behind artificial intelligence. There are several things. First of all, there are skills, technology, and techniques that needs to be learned. And as I said, um, there are schools, there are engineer schools that now have in their program either some dedicated programs or some elective dedicated to AI. So you have things, technical things to get. But our view at aivancity, which is my school, the school I'm working for, is that AI is not only a technological problem. You can get the technology, it's easy in a way to learn, but AI has to be considered as a whole, taking into account first the ethical side and second the business side. Today, what we see on the market is that there are lots of brilliant experts that we call data scientists. They are very good in building algorithms, in proposing models, AI solutions, but they don't consider the reality of business, and they don't consider and they don't integrate the ethics side of it. And that's the problem we're facing. And um, I don't know how it is in India, but in France, there is a huge debate about what ChatGPT will change to our world. Has it been done the right way? Is it good for the society, etc.? So this is something that now AI experts have to take into consideration. Is what I'm doing good for the society? Is what I'm doing good for the future of the world, for the future of human being? Is what I'm doing is in line with the regulation that exists or that should exist? Do we have explainability? Can we open this black box and avoid all the BAs that there are in any AI tools? And on the third side, what about the business side? Do what I do has sense for business matters? Will it help the business to grow in a positive way? So that's what is missing today in the market, because all AI experts are only tech oriented.
This ethical angle is something that is very interesting, and I think our audience also should explore more. And I guess this is what is going to be the balancing factor in adoption, and also the controversies which it has been creating internationally. Monsieur Laurent, here one interesting point comes up, which is to do with connecting all that you said just now with the education system or the educational programs which are preparing people not just for the logistics industry, but it could be for any other industry. So what is your idea of industry academia collaboration for offering such programs?
Well, links between industries and institutions have always been very important. And it's definitely crucial that schools and those industry tied linked in order to develop specific things. We at aivancity in France, we have about 50 partners companies. Those partners companies, they have decided to tie this link with us because first they believe what we were saying, that AI is not only a tech matter, but it's also a business and ethic matters. And with them, we build many projects. One of them, which is in the heart of our pedagogy, is what we call the AI clinic. In the AI clinic, our students spend between 6 to 9 hours per week in order to develop special projects and special projects that are brought by those companies. It's not like use case that you use and reuse years after years. It's every semester, our partners company comes with data, come with project that they don't have time to use, and our students on groups, followed by professors, they work on these projects. And that's a real practical way for those industry to touch the reality of AI, to get into the AI, because some of our partners, like small companies, they come to us saying like, okay, I have some data, I don't know anything about AI, what can I do with it? And we say, okay, give us your data, and we are going, first of all, to clean the data, to make it usable, then to propose you some possibility of predictions or things. And we have, our students have this back and forth discussion of what is your objective, why do you want to use this data, how can you increase this business? And so the first step that our students are doing is trying to understand the business, the business model of the company, the business impact. So that's how industries can adapt the reality and can have this AI in their new organization. If they don't have the financial capacity or the knowledge, they can come to with this kind of tool like the AI clinic, and they can use the students to start building projects together. And we believe that that's one step. Second step, They will take our students for internship, for dual work study, and they will hire them. So this collaboration is really a very good way for small or big companies to boost those AI projects.
Yeah, that's very interesting because you just spoke about how the students get involved in real life projects. And also, it would be probably nice to know from you a bit about what kind of programs are offered by aivancity.
Well, AIandethics, first of all, we are not an engineer school. We are not a computer science school. We are really a specialized school dedicated to AI and data science. Why? Because as I said, we believe that AI is changing the world and it's worth really spending some time. And second, because we have a way of teaching which is very unique, which is that technology represents 50% of it and the rest is 25% business and 25% ethics. Based on that, we train both for students and for executives. So we have executive programs as well as program for students. Our skeleton program is the 5 years Grande École program. If you're familiar with the French education system, Grande École means private school, higher education, very selective. And in 5 years, we train students, experts of AI and data science for business with a master's degree. We can deliver a bachelor in the middle, but we also have other master's degrees for data management, which is to train data analysts, and for data engineer, which is to train data engineer. Because we at aivancity make a true distinction between what is a data engineer, what is a first a data architect, what is a data engineer, what is a data analyst, what is a data scientist, what is a machine learning engineer. Today, what we see even in prestigious university is that they have courses of computer science and they put everything as a whole. But there is a big difference. And let me just spend 2 minutes on the data chain.
Yeah.
What is the data chain and how it works? The way it works is that first you have data and you have to collect the data and you have to store the data, to build the house of the data in a very secure way. So this is a job which is called data architect. Then you have people who are supposed to clean this data. And this job is data engineer. Once you have the data nicely stored and completely cleaned, you can use it. And the first way to use it is to make queries, presentation, diagrams in order to make decisions. And this is the job of a data analyst. Also, you can have this data and you have the data scientist who's responsible to make the first algorithm, any kind of algorithm that exists today. And that's the job of the data scientist. And finally, you will have an expert on machine learning and deep learning, which is a very specific AI tool. And all those different jobs are completely different. And also for us, it corresponds to different programs. So the data architect and the data engineer will follow our data engineer, our master of science data engineer. The data analyst will follow the data management master, and the data scientist and the machine learning engineer or project manager will follow our master of science AI and data science for business.
Okay, that's interesting. I could see how the hierarchy of roles have been mapped with your courses. That's really interesting. Thanks for elaborating on the programs. Is there any other point you wish to mention?
No, I think we did a great tour about the activity. I thank you very much, Jury, for this interview.
Thank you.
Really, I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.